We're also learning more tonight about the horrific moments that occurred during the shooting. Raya Katene has the latest now from police.
The active threat may be over at this South Minneapolis church and school. But the nightmare hasn't ended, as authorities confirm the number of victims in Wednesday's shooting has grown to 20.
Yesterday, Minnesota was attacked.
An attack during Mass at Annunciation Catholic School left 2 children dead and 18 people injured, most of them also kids.
Pure, indiscriminate hate.
The acting U.S. attorney for Minnesota says the investigation is currently focused on confirming the shooter acted alone and finding a possible motive.
The shooter expressed hate towards almost every group imaginable. There appears to be only one group that the shooter didn't hate, one group of people who the shooter admired.
This deep admiration for other school shooters, Thompson says, was discovered by investigators sifting through hundreds of pieces of evidence collected through search warrants at 3 homes in Minneapolis, Richfield, and St. Louis Park. At the church, they recovered 116 rifle casings, 3 shotgun shells, and discovered a live round in a pistol, which appeared to have malfunctioned.
I grew up Catholic. I have children myself. It's very, very bothersome to me.
Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara says investigators have interviewed dozens of friends and relatives but have been unable to reach the shooter's mother.
It was just an unthinkable scene inside of that church with all of these children injured, with so many others scared, trying to rescue them, bring them to a place of safety.
He says his officers have trained for such a scenario, but that alone may not be enough.
You know, the reality is, our schools, our houses of worship, also have to prepare for this because it has become far too common in our society.
Authorities also tell us the shooter had no criminal background, was never on the FBI's radar, and they believe all 3 guns used were purchased legally. They also say the church locking its doors during Mass likely prevented this from being even worse, since the shooter was unable to enter the building. Julie.